Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another recording of Hearthstone. Maybe a recording session. So, what's going on today is it's Memorial Day, and I have nothing new to say because particularly it's been Memorial Weekend and no new announcements have come out with video games yet. Let's see, so we need 3 games with 100 for 50, so let's trade this quest out. Shaman, Hunter, 3 games each. Gotta play something anyways, so let's see. Let's play Wild, Shaman, and see how that works. So, while everyone else, I guess, is being incredibly unproductive because of a 3-day weekend, I guess I was somewhat productive this weekend. I got all of Broken Age recorded. I don't even know if I talked about that. And that was a really bad point-click adventure game. It's a very strange thing there. I don't know how you... Tim Schafer worked with people, and he made good point-click adventure games. So expand that just to say, at one point Tim Schafer made good point-and-click adventure games, but now he's the CEO of Double Fine, much like in the same example that Gabe Newell, who worked on Half-Life 1 at least, made good Half-Life games, but now he's the CEO of Valve and runs Steam, and that's really all he's doing. They're both just like, they've aged themselves out of it. They've been promoted to a level of incompetence. They're different places in their lives. Maybe there's certain peaks in which creators and artists can make good stories and then they turn around and make bad ones later. There's something there, totally, along that lines. So, yeah, Broken Age was bad.
Do you hear it?
It was a shallow written story, really shallow written story, and it was written full of some like appeals. I don't want to just call them social justice warriors, but they kind of are. It was appeals to being pro-feminine in Broken Age without doing a story that was good enough to give that message. Like, if you write a 2,000 letter essay on something and at the end you go, yeah, I love... Well, I mean, we don't even have to use an example. If you write what by all means looks like a terrible movie, a cheap sellout for money, and you call it Ghostbusters, and then you go, but it's pro-feminism, well, you don't deserve that. That's not a high enough quality for a strong enough subject. And the whole Maiden's Feast thing in Broken Age was just kind of immediately touched upon and then just thrown in there. I can guarantee you that there was some of that thinking in the production of the game, because Will Wheaton is one of the voice actors, and him and his wife are heavy, like, third wave feminists. I hate to get into this. I really do. This is not what my channel is going to be about. I don't just hate people that are SJWs or like that. I don't just hate their work. I'm a critic of what they created. And frankly, if they had made a good game and they had preached something that I didn't agree with, I have no problem in my mind separating that. Like, if somebody made a great Nazi propaganda game. And I played it, and it was a great game. I have no problem saying, well, I don't agree with the subjects, but this is a really good game. And it's kind of funny because I kind of do agree with like original feminism thoughts. That it's really hard to argue to say that the Maiden's Feast in Broken Age was a good thing. You get into a really complex argument there that cannot really be resolved satisfactorily because the story was so shallow. This one costs 1 less for each totem you've summoned in the game. Let's see. I don't even know if one third. Transform a friendly minion into a random one that costs 1 more.
Okay.
Job done.
So, yeah, my problem isn't the subject matter of the story. My problem with Broken Age is the story. It's a bad story. Ignoring the story for a second, it's a bad point-and-click adventure game. It was delivered badly. It shouldn't have been Kickstarted. No game should be Kickstarted. Not like this, at least. I was almost willing to praise a new game, Lost Phone or something, that they released a demo and then they said started a Kickstarter after some people had played the demo, and like I almost am willing to say that's the way to do it, but even at that, video games, when you make them good, are too expensive. They are too expensive. That is the standard truth of it. So we can't. We really cannot create a system like Fig, which Double Fine is a chair of, and I mean this is where Broken Age led to, is that Double Fine became this company that's willing to sell products that they have license to, that some of the people who made that game still work there, but I'm not sure all of them do. And even in Tim Schafer's case, he's not the same person he was, obviously. When you look at like Full Throttle, which I'm pretty sure Tim Schafer made that game. Look at like Full Throttle versus Broken Age. Completely different story. Shay in Broken Age is written horribly, and he's just this weak character that barely does anything. The voice directing was awful. The voice acting's not good. Hiring expensive people who are going to want the money, like Will Wheaton and Jack Black, and I'm pretty sure some other people too, is really just kind of cronyism more than actual intelligent game design. Let's see.
Okay.
Elements guide me.
Should have attacked the base first. There could have been a good game there. If I was going to do that same story, I would add a lot of things, a lot more things to it. I'd redo every single puzzle. I would play only as Bella because she is the stronger character and she's the better written character. And I have no problem playing as a girl. I prefer it in most video games. People probably have even noticed that I choose the female character if I have a choice there. Is that partially because I like to look at the female character models better than the male character models? Yes. There aren't that many good ones. There aren't that many good male character models in most games. Let's try Hunter now. I think I'm not gonna have to go to Shaman Standard. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win there. So yeah, but real disappointment. And I I called that the beginning of a third age of point-and-click adventures, but I kind of want to take it back. It feels much more like it's the beginning of kickstarting games and selling out your licenses and selling on your name. That this is the incredible failure now that they're going to bring Psychonauts back. Now, I guess they did a good job with Dave the Tentacle, so it's a mixed bag.
Let the hunt
Because Dave the
begin.
Tentacle did just come out, that was Double Fine too. So if they can take their old properties and not just completely ruin it, they're fine. I guess their only problem is don't let Tim Schafer of Double Fine write the stories of their next story. And I guess Brutal Legend is probably the latest Double Fine game that's had any story that's even slightly interested me. And in that example, I like the fact that Jack Black was the main character voice in Brutal Legend. That makes sense since Jack Black is one half of Tenacious D, rock group. I guess Jack Black has gone through a lot in his life too. He's gone from a Tenacious D that was just obscenely obscene and gross and dirty, singing in their songs, to now he's on Goosebumps, which is a movie I recently watched, and it was alright. It had a few flaws. We want as many death rattle enemies, I guess, here.
The beasts betrayed me.
But I don't know particularly if Jack Black has just gone more kiddie as it is, and with his movies and stuff, and gone improved his image for more family friendly, or if he's gone full SJW2. I don't know, and I really don't care to know, so don't let me know in the comments. I'm not creating a hit list there, but it's such a prevalent way of thinking. I mean, it's literally the if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail way of thinking, and it hurts their art. It really hurts their art. I know artists that love to paint like seasides, and that's all they paint, and it hurts their art. They can never grow. They can never do anything else. They don't know how to. Well, a artist. Let's just focus on one artist. This person doesn't know how to draw people. They don't know how to do many basic things that you would learn in the art, because the only thing they were interested in is give minions in your hand +1/+1. Interesting. So, yeah, very disappointed, and I'm upset about it too, because I really wanted to enjoy Broken Age. I really wanted it to be a top-of-the-line new point-and-click adventure. I wanted it to have a chance in the world of companies making new ones, and without Double Fine being in that mix, you've got some small possibility that the creator of Maniac Mansion would get back into the game, and who knows if that would succeed, because it's been so long. And if you look at Maniac Mansion, that's a old point-and-click adventure game, way old. Like, the heads were 4 pixels wide old. I have no idea in the world if that would be doable. To any satisfactory level. Let's see. So that just kind of leaves us with the odd independent person that does a point-and-click adventure, which we've got several of those. So despite Broken Age being bad, we do now, as more independent games are coming out, point-and-click adventures are effectively pretty easy to make and do indie. They're better than hidden object games, I would say. Uh, if you can write a story, you would, as an independent person that really couldn't do graphics that well, I'd say do point-click adventure. If you can do graphics and not really write a story, I would say do a hidden object game. And neither one of those are going to be super satisfactory, but whatever.
The light compels you.
Do I want to just kill this guy? I guess I do. So yeah, very, very disappointed in Broken Age. Next game I played, Brothers: A Tales of Two Sons. That was an Xbox Live Arcade summer project game made by a Swedish company called O3. I did a little bit of research in the middle of it that then got merged into Sunless Starbreeze Studios, and Starbreeze Studios has done like the Chronicles of Riddick games, a couple of them, Escape from Butcher Bay and one other, and then like Payday games and not a lot of other things. And I'll have to say I liked a lot of things about Brothers: A Tales of Two Sons, but there was some extremeness of it. It was a good, like, old school platformer, but the control scheme was insane, in which you control the older brother with the left stick and the younger brother with the right stick. The story has just an insane twist at the end for no reason. And there's no characterization of any of the characters because they just speak gibberish. So we see characters talking, but it's just gibberish words. I'm pretty sure it's not Swedish. And even if it was Swedish, it's not a lot of work to subtitle into English. That's not extra, really. And that would have made it so much more sellable in several countries. The big three, if you can translate your game into English, French, and I think Spanish, you've got all of North America. If you can translate it into German, I think you've then got Germany and most of Europe at that point, because even if you do Spanish, that's Mexico Spanish, Spain Spanish, it probably would be close enough to be understandable, and then most of the rest of Europe understands it. Japan will mostly accept the English subtitled game, sort of. It'll be on the shelf somewhere as an import, but the hardcore gamers in Japan will certainly play it, and because they're taught English and know it. If you wanted to get every single little country in Asia, that would be a lot of work, but that's generally not what people try to do. Same is true if you're trying to get Africa, but there's no market for video games that are for Africa. You don't need to do Russian because it's just gonna get stolen in Russia anyways. That's a big generalization, but there's like no infrastructure in Russia to buy legitimate video games, really. You go to the store and they sell you a cracked stolen copy of video games in a disc, in a box. So even if you didn't kind of know that's what goes on, there's no choice. But the basic one is if you get it in English, you cover a significantly large amount of the video game playing audience. The writing was pretty bad in what it just chose to depict. There was no real writing in the game, so I have to say it's awful for Brothers: A Tales of Two Sons. But the platforming was good, but how things turned about, I don't I don't agree with what they did. I don't agree particularly that they decided in the very first scene to depict their mother drowning. I mean, it's too much. And in several other instances, they would just do something that was trying to pull at your heartstring, but they had no right to do it. I mean, you can't get us to feel for a character. You can't get me at least to feel for a character the second the game starts, just because you've shown me that a family member died. That's that's simply just not what I want. So I did Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which 30-minute episodes got me probably 6, 7, 8 episodes. I'm trying to line up everything at the end of this series to be more in line with the months. I'm slowly crawling towards the Halloween month, so that's part of my thought there, because I just don't want Halloween to turn into this the October month to start on November 25th, particularly. That, I guess that would be the earliest I could start any series that was going to run all the way through October. It can go. Is it October, November, December? Yeah, I'm thinking of the month before October, whatever the 9th month is. Let's see. How many things can I play here? This guy's +1/+1. This guy's killed this guy. So yeah, I'm trying to line everything up and keep everything within a week of the same time, which should be around the beginning of the month. I started playing this game called Chip that was a little bit of a pain, because I thought it'd be interesting if let's see if this triggers twice. Interesting. Well, I got a lot of spiders out of that, I guess. I guess I probably didn't need any of that. Oops. This, and this. I should have played this, shouldn't I? I seriously doubt they'll ever make a Brothers: The Tale of Two Sons or sequel.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Which is kind of a shame. There was something there if they redid all the other things.
Need you to master.
Alright, what do I want to do?
For the eye.
Job's done.
There we go. And so then I started doing Chip. Chip is a nightmare trying to get it to run. It had issues on Windows 10 and probably other versions of Windows too. I'd say probably Windows 7 and above. Just in that this would be good if I got a double Thaddeus, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But once I got it running, it's just a cell phone port. It requires some pretty fast movements, and I'm really afraid that I'm going to hit a level there where I'm not going to be able to play it and get all the things I need to get to continue down the path, particularly the final few puzzles. Here we go.
For master.
I have to kill that guy first. And now if this guy dies,
For the eye.
I've got double Thaddeus, but I've got to do 1 damage here, and I don't know exactly how I can do that. Well, that'll do it. As long as this guy doesn't die.
Well played.
Die now.
You die now. So yeah, I have half a thought to play a different game and record some of that, and I have half a thought just to go back to ship and say, well, if I can't get it done, I can't get it done, whatever. What really is the problem here is this Memorial Day weekend has given me nothing to do this weekend or this week, which is great. I can just put my nose to the grindstone as long as I have that motivation, as long as I want to record. Here I'm even probably going to record maybe 2 Hearthstone recordings, even though I have nothing to talk about, nothing new. They're going to come out with a more powerful Xbox One, they say. That is a good move. It's a confusing move, though. Good and yet confusing, I will say. Ooh, double Undertaker. See, there's no way he'll be able to kill both these Undertakers, so let's play the coin. Here, 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 and the turn. So, yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot more recording done. It's still a little bit iffy as just to what to decide to play. I know my next Lego game, I'll play Lego The Hobbit, that makes sense. Brothers of Tales, The Two Sons was kind of fantasy based again, but I don't think I have that many more fantasy games. I think I may try to keep an eye out for some more of those for next year, but with the Steam sale coming up, it's all kind of in a confusing spot. Because I just honestly don't know what I'm doing for a lot of things.
Oh, goody. Oh, goody. Run away!
So, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna record. We could get into it, I guess. My most famous, unfortunately, video, how to set up Hearthstone, deck checker, and all of that, got somebody who posted one thing, and it was somewhat helpful, but in a very rude tone. And then they posted another thing that was just downright insulting, and I deleted them both. You're not fighting a fair game here on YouTube, so I mean, I don't know why these people do this. It's like, I have every control, and I will always have every control. Google is never going to give people the right to post on other people's videos and not have it moderated and or deleted by the owner of that thing. If you wanna have your, if you want to have your say and make sure it doesn't get deleted,
Where shall I
then
start?
you would have to post it somewhere else, some non-Google product. But like everybody says, YouTube comments are garbage and always have been and probably always will be. So let's try this. I don't know why people bother. It's not helpful. That being said, he did say a lot, like, I'm and on and doing a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now. It's just like, okay, sure. Yeah, if I knew that video, which was literally a throwaway video, it's not what my channel's about, and not where I want my channel to go. If I knew that video was going to get 50,000 plus views, because apparently people wanted that or needed that more than my other videos. Okay, so if I knew that, maybe I would have read from a script. Maybe I would have gone into the audio and cut a bunch of stuff out. I was very, very new on that. I mean, that was early into recording Hearthstone at all. Maybe at some point I will come back and record a new version, but the sad truth is, I think if you install Hearthstone Deck Tracker today, I think it just does it automatically. It's hard for me to tell since I already have it set up. I would have to have my computer mess up where I had to go through the process of installing it and setting it up for the first time, or just get a new computer, and that seems like a ridiculous amount of work just to record a video to show you something that's probably going to be pretty easy. Now, Hearthstone Deck Tracker itself still has a lot of problems. Just got a new update today. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. We all just have to live with what we have. But there's no reason to be insulting. You're just gonna get your videos deleted. If you're not, even if you're making a valid point, even if you're trying to be helpful, you walk on eggshells. You gotta, anytime, real world or in the online. I'm sure this person who posted this wouldn't have said what he said to my face. And that's not just because I might look intimidating to them. They just wouldn't say it to anybody's face. Also, I think that there is something along the level of some falsity in these comments. I think maybe non-English speakers are encouraged by some corrupt, like, English as a second language companies. They're telling them to go on here and type out something rude and then grading them on it or getting some responses back. Maybe it's bots that are trying to get responses or interactions back.
Fight, maggot.
That might account for some of these. And maybe it's just really young, like, angry teenagers, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, I spent 5 minutes on it to delete it, and then that's it. I move on. I'm not the type of person that's willing, it's not my desire to try and make the perfect video and get it out there. Honestly, for my channel right now, if I made the perfect video, it's not gonna get more views. As my channel goes, most of my videos only get 1 or 2 views. So what's the point of improving quality at that point? Like, that's such a low number. If I was getting 100 views on every video and they all said they were bad, and then I would have an argument. It would make sense. But as it is right now, one person seeing my video and saying it's bad doesn't even do anything. It doesn't change anything. The bigger problem by far is to figure out how to get my videos to get that initial 100. The goal, of course, is to improve quality. Certainly am thinking about that, but I don't see a reason to go back and fix that. And it puts me in this weird position where, yes, I could go and try and play Kerbal Space Program's training again and spend hours and hours on it. And if I had no games in my library, it would make sense to do that. But otherwise, I have other games in my library. And every new game is a new search phrase that somebody might search and see. Speaking of new games, though, I think I'm a little disappointed not more people didn't watch her story. I was hoping that would have gotten a little bit more views. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that even when things seem like they get tweets and retweets on Twitter, it's not getting me a significant amount of new views. I sometimes wonder if maybe I have too many tags, because I use all of them. I try to fill them out with accurate tags all the way through. Maybe YouTube has devalued that and said you use too many tags. I use about 750 characters out of a 5,000 character limit in the description. I want to touch that up and make it look better. I wonder if touching it up and making it look better will turn around and like derate my videos too. I don't think really any of those things are actually true, though. I think the real problem is until I start playing brand new games the second they come out, I am in just the smallest fish in the largest pond that could possibly exist. That there's so many other videos that will get recommended first. Or original content would certainly, once I had a following, be the only source of certain things. It certainly makes sense why Captain Sparkles does like animations of his live streams. So wow, that's a well played.
Well played.
So like
I have an axe to grind.
So yeah, the income on my channel has gone back up. If we move over to that, I'm not sure what really happened there. That it was getting down to like 88%. I should have played this first.
Job's done.
Oh well. But it's now up to like $2 again, so that's
Your
good.
magic shall not save.
I think part of the problem with my channel right now is it's really inconsistent. If somebody loved like The Witcher 3, that only went 3 months and then we were done. Just have to move on to the next game. And we've certainly seen, I'm gonna switch over to Shaman Standard. I guess this will be the end of this recording and we'll do another one. I've seen people on YouTube that saying, well, I'm gonna get back to the thing that got me videos before because they've lost those views.
Versus Uther.
I could say like Seth Bling
For Doomhammer.
in particular has no real interest in doing Minecraft, but he got popular doing Minecraft, so I don't watch him much anymore, and he doesn't put up videos much anymore. And it's all about him programming Super Mario World speedruns, which I'm not that interested in. So, like, I could see if Seth Bling got back into Minecraft, but there was something new to do there, which is also part of the problem. There's really not a lot of new things.
The end is coming!
Can I win here? Guess I can't. Everything's gonna die. So, yeah, if he got back into Minecraft, I would certainly watch his videos. Have I personally had any huge success? And not really. Kerbal. I could get back into Kerbal, and that's kind of it. Let's see.
Job done.
Personally, yeah, I could get back into Minecraft. There's probably a few new things. Part of the reason why I even watch Captain Sparkles is because he's particularly good about trying to cover some of the newest things in Minecraft, the newest custom maps.
Job done.
But yeah, I don't think I would do that. On that point, I'll talk about my server in the next recording. It's a, well, I guess I can talk about it. It's a mess. At this point, I'm starting to the process of just deleting everything. I lost it all.
Reporting for duty.
At this rate, best I can figure is I configured it wrong and didn't give the hard drives partition tables that they really did need.
Did you bring some fish?
which is silly, because of course that would be the case, that you have to give partition tables to the actual hard drives. It was kind of felt like it didn't, and it certainly allowed me to not. So, but anyways, I lost it all. There's a few backups of a few things that aren't really the backups to the originals.
Reporting for
But
duty.
it's gonna be almost 100% clean break. Just new stuff.
There is a lot at stake.
Job done.
But what's limiting me to just getting that running and working is simply the amount of time I want to spend on
Follow
it.
the rules.
Again, I have nothing to do off screen, so I should be recording. That's why I'm recording now. It's
Reporting for duty.
like I'm low on podcast this whole let's see if this works. There we go.
Do not push me.
In the turn. So yeah, I don't want to spend the time on it. My server has always been an educational testbed by default. My hope was it would actually work as a backup thing, and it did for a while, and now all those backups are gone. It's fine.
Reporting for duty.
With almost losing everything in my phone, and there not really being anything of any real import on my tablet. more and more videos are just getting moved into the clouds, and things are getting moved into the cloud in such a way that needing local backup has made less and less sense. There's certainly some opportunities with the hard drives being formatted and having all that space. I can start new projects if I spend the time on it. It would probably be a decent thought to see if I could start squeezing in all the
Feel the power.
let's see if I could start squeezing in
Job done.
all of the videos I've recorded, but honestly I've made 2,500 videos probably at this level. If each one of those are a gigabyte, you're talking 2.5 terabytes. That would probably take maybe an eighth of everything I have already, just right off the top.
Elements I like, totems I love.
I don't think I'm gonna win, but I think this totem deck might win. Am I playing ranked or am I playing casual? That would be another thing to check. So, do I want to off screen? No, it's the same issue as we're running a little late now. We're about to lose, don't worry. It's the same issue though. I have no reason not to be recording. I might as well just record myself playing. I am in this weird mood. I really wish I could think of something new to do. And honestly, I don't know what to do.
Put your faith
with
in
it.
the light.
I don't know what I can do. So I just kind of have to plow ahead. That's what I just have to do. Just keep on recording until I'm out of games, until there are no more games on Steam to play. I may at that point just start playing like free games that aren't even on Steam and going lower quality on that, which I would hope I could keep it a good mix. A lot of the games I've played lately have been slightly disappointing, if not completely disappointing. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Let me know on my social media if you have any suggestions, and have a good evening.